News 46 is brought to you by Hope Cancer Care of Nevada, offering state-of-the-art cancer treatment in Pahrump. A little hope goes a long way. Assemblyman James Oscarson, the voice for veterans, seniors, and education, now and in the future. The conservative choice, fighting for your rights. Paid by the Committee to Re-elect James Oscarson.
Welcome back. Jose Tejas and Bert Gigu from the Marine Corps Leagues tells us about an upcoming Memorial Day event happening at the Veterans Memorial inside the Chief Tacoma Cemetery Monday morning.
The Marine Corps League is going to hold a memorial event, and what we're doing is going to be the first one the Marine Corps League has ever sponsored, and we're very happy to do it. And it's I want to make sure that I tell everybody this is sort of like a community event also. We didn't invite any biggies or anything like this here. What we did is we had our commissioners come up, so we wanted to have it a community event. And also at the end, we want to have a social hour where all the community and us will get together and discuss what we're doing, or answer any questions or anything about the Marine Corps League. And we'll have finger food and drinks, coffee, sodas and water and stuff like this here.
It's going to be held at the Veterans Memorial at Chief Tacoma Cemetery. That's over by the library.
Right off of Easter, right?
Yes, ma'am. It sure is.
Tell me about the Color Guard.
The Color Guard has just been formed. It's brand new. The men have been very excited over it. And actually, Valley Electric helped us get our colors, and we're supplying our own rifles at this time, but they're antique 03s, and the guys are just really proud to do the job.
Really excited about having this first event?
Oh, absolutely. I believe that everyone involved is just really looking forward to it.
Will you be doing others?
Well, for this is a Memorial Day service, so we will be doing that. Hopefully we'll be involved with Veterans Day, and we will be available for funerals. I am a bugler, so I'll be playing taps that day.
So we'll see you perform?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be out there doing my best.
If there's any Marines out there or people who want to get involved with the Marine Corps League or donate, can they do that?
Yes, we always take donations. And please, you Marines out there, we need the help. You guys need the camaraderie. Please join us.
How do they do that?
The best way to do it would be to get a hold of Jose Tejas. And he's got the cards and the memberships, and he's good to go.
So you guys meet when at the Best Western Clubhouse?
We meet at 10 o'clock the second Saturday of every month.
They can give Jose a phone call at 513-4659.
We're very, very interested, the Marine Corps League is, in working with the community and all military events, and which will be, I hope, hopefully this will start it off.
Greg Cardarelli, the commander of the Disabled American Veterans, spoke to News 46 about the honorary Memorial Day service held at sundown on Monday.
We've got 28th of this month we're going to have a candlelight memorial service at Chief Tacoma, which is going to be a spectacular event, I believe. We're going to have guest speakers. James Oscarson has been invited, Dan Shinhoff and Angela Bello, and actually the deputy, the undersheriff is going to speak also.
All right, and so that's going to be held at the Chief Tacoma, right next to the library on East Street. It's a sundown service for Memorial Day. What time does it start?
It'll start at 7 o'clock on the 28th.
Everybody's invited to come on down?
Everybody's invited.
And don't forget that on Monday morning, also at GG Suites Veterans Memorial, located on Game Bird and the corner of Money Street, there's also a Memorial Day service at 9:30 sharp. That's the White House there with the white fence around it. And on Wednesday, May 30th, which is actually Memorial Day, the VFW post there on Homestead Road, just north of Mann's, is having their Memorial Day service. Well, with the hotter months already arriving in southern Nevada, the potential threat of wildfires arise as well. The U.S. Forestry Service spoke to Kpvm about how to prevent accidents from happening.
We're working with the Interagency Fire Prevention Campaign across the state of Nevada. So we have partners from the Nevada Department of Forestry, the Bureau of Land Management, and the U.S. Forest Service. And we're reaching out to National Park Service as well and National Wildlife Refuge to distribute fire prevention information so we can help get that message across to the public about some things that they can do to help prevent unwanted fires that humans cause throughout the state.
Tell me some of those tips.
So some of the tips would be to not park in dry grass, choose an area that's free of vegetation when target shooting, and follow debris burns and burn bans throughout the state. Those rules are in place for a reason, and it's to help protect our national forested lands.
Common sense is also really important this time of year. There's been a number of fires caused by people parking in dry grassy areas, and catalytic converters or brakes on those vehicles have been very hot and started fires. So where people park is of a concern right now, and we would just urge people to use common sense. And of course, coming up not too far down the road is 4th of July. And people need to remember that on federal lands, the BLM and Forest Service said that there is no fireworks of any kind, not safe and sane or any other kind, are allowed on those areas.
We'll be in Las Vegas currently, and then we'll split into 2 different teams, and we'll be covering the entire state from the east to the west. Our final destination will be in Reno, but we're going to be making stops all along the way. So we hope to reach out to everybody in the state, and we hope to interact with everybody along the way to promote the fire safety messages.
It's a dry season this year, isn't it?
It sure is. We've had a major extended drought with no rains, of course, here in the southern part of the state. In the northern part of the state, we're receiving a lot of rain, but that increases the chances for more grass, which eventually dries out in the summer, as we know, and it has potential to create more fires.
What's some of the precautions that you can take, bringing water with you or things like that, to make sure that you are prepared?
Sure. Well, if they're doing activities like shooting, they can be prepared. But some of the fires are being caused by debris burning or smoking, these kinds of things. So a lot of it is just common sense and people being aware that we are in summer fire season, and even though it's always hot and dry in southern Nevada, it's a little bit drier this year.
Much more news on the other side of this break.